The International Federation of Freight Forwarders Association (FIATA) adopted a definition for freight forwarding and logistics services as services of any kind relating to the carriage performed by single mode or multimodal transport means, consolidation, storage, handling, packaging, or distribution of goods, as well as ancillary and advisory services in connection, including but not limited to customs and fiscal matters, declaring the goods for official purposes, procuring insurance of goods, and correcting or procuring payments or documents relating to the goods. Cargoes coming through air by way of flights, land borders, and through the seaports. World over, however, movement and trade by sea accounts for a larger volume. It therefore means that at any of these points of entry, the service of freight forwarders will be required.
For example, you want to bring in, let's say, a cell phone. You open the FOMEM through your bank. After processing the FOMEM, if you are in doubt of what to do, you are referred to an agent, or you ask around to find out who can assist you. It is not difficult. There are at least 2,000 agents in Lagos. Then you fill the FOMEM, and after that, the goods are shipped. When the goods are shipped, you get what you call a bill of lading. On arrival here, through a shipping company, you give those documents to a clearing agent who now processes your entry, and that either through PAR, pay your duty or calculate your duty, and you pay your duty, process those documents through customs and NPA and shipping company and deliver to the owner. Simple. You can do that yourself. But one, you can only do that yourself, for example, if it's a personal effect. If you are a student returning home, the federal government allows you to bring in some goods, like personal effects. But most people, if you are busy, don't want to be bothered with the encumbrances that are associated with doing business in Nigeria, which right now, in those days, it used to be Herculean. Now it is a little bit less cumbersome. For example, if you come to my terminal, once you bring your documents, we move those things to the terminal. You can carry your goods the same day. It doesn't used to be the same thing. And part of the reasons why we built this terminal is to ease the congestion in the ports, to make it easily accessible to people inland. Instead of going to Apapa, for example, you can go to Igomo and clear your goods.
Considering how important their roles appear, in what exact essence do their job impact the economy, and how has the practice and the industry that houses them fared these years?
After oil and gas, the maritime is the next line of action for federal government in generation of revenues. Like last year alone, government of Nigeria through Nigerian Customs Services actually generated 1.something trillion and importation duties. And I tell you, we are all working together to make sure that revenues are being generated, one, two, importing according to the import guidelines, and making sure who is the right person to do the business for you. So what we're trying to do is to have a holistic relationship, a relationship that synergises together with the customs and the government agencies vis-a-vis us. Like Customs has introduced a new idea of ISIS-2. ISIS-2 is a new platform where you can put in your manifests right inside my comfort of my table here. I can do my business without getting to the port?
These guys, they perform extremely important function. I call them the philosopher king of the Nigerian transport system. They arrange for the clearance of goods from the ports and sometimes also arrange for the logistics to deliver the project. So they are the in-between between the exporter and the importer, between the consignor and the consignee. Your image was that of many years ago. An average freight forwarder in Nigeria, it's a very educated person. He must have gone through training, has been registered with one of the associations. But even more importantly, there is the Council for Regulation of Freight Forwarders, which Nigerian Shippers Council helped to herald, so that it will be in charge of their training. Now, freight forwarding is the engine room, of all distribution. And one cannot afford to have an untrained freight forwarder. The economy makes the freight forwarder. The economy is responsible for whether he's just a local person who clears goods from the port, or he's actually a freight forwarder who could also charge or charter a vessel. So what we're trying to say is that the freight forwarder from the days of the wharf route has moved a lot, but there are a lot of things to be done. Nigerian Shippers Council is of the opinion that there should be consolidation. Because of the importance of freight forwarding practice, they are in fiduciary relationship, and they are in trust of the cargo. We believe there should be consolidation, many of them coming together. What we have are individual, carrying, suitcase carrying freight forwarders who sometimes when they come to Lagos, they just become freight forwarders. You cannot. This is a very, very important thing. And we are putting up issues of training and reformation of the freight forwarding company. You may have to have, as time goes on, a registered company, as we have now, but with qualification of a share capital. Absolutely. Yes, for you to be a freight forwarder. So they are getting momentum. They have actually made reforms possible in the port industry. Freight forwarders, I really admire them for what they have been doing. And I think this is just the beginning. With Shippers Council, there will be a lot of transformation. It's just like the lawyers, you have to have a license or, some certain kind of certification, training certification for you to go to the court. So the freight forwarders, this is also going to be applicable.